Hey guys, what's up? GreenMachineSam back with another video, and today we have another roster update guide. Now this is going to be more information just regarding the roster in general, just that because a lot of people are confused on what's going on with the roster and stuff like that. So I'm going to lay out all the information. I'm going to do is try to do it as fast as possible so you guys have all the information. We're not going to be going over any of the rookies. Right now I am currently working on round 4. I'm about 12 picks in, but I've seen a lot of comments on the YouTube video and even on Twitter and stuff like that. I've been getting messages through PlayStation and everything. Please try not to message me through PlayStation. I try to leave my PlayStation messages open when I'm playing other games. I don't want to have to, unfortunately, close those. If I'm playing another game with some randoms, then at least I can still receive messages from them, playing or whatnot. So please don't try to text me through PlayStation. If you have a question, leave it on the video or you guys can send it to me via Twitter as well. Or you can even try to whisper me on Twitch, which, by the way, go check me out on Twitch. I haven't been streaming, but I hope to start streaming hopefully within the next month or two. Once I get some of my stuff set up all the way, then we can possibly get things going and have it going the correct direction. Now, first and foremost, this is a PS5 exclusive roster. Sorry to anybody that is on Xbox or on PC. Does suck that you guys are on those platforms because I don't know how good the rosters are over there because I have no reason to look for a roster over there. Because mainly, A, I do not play on those platforms, and C, I don't, I already make my own, so there's no reason for me to. So first and foremost, you guys want to head over to the little NFL icon, go to Share and Manage Files, download Community Files. We are a top 5 file this year, so go ahead and check it out. GreenMachineSam roster should have, a reasonable date of when it was last uploaded. Picks 1 through 100 are done. I haven't uploaded the new roster yet. Once you download it, it's going to ask you to save it as a new file or overwrite it if you have not downloaded it before. Well, if you have downloaded it before. Overwriting the file just means that you're saving over the existing name and getting rid of the old copy, whereas saving it as a new file, of course, you just have to rename it and you will have the new file. I don't know why you'd want to keep the old file unless you don't want all the rookies in there or you don't want certain moves, whatever the case may be. Today's update is mainly just for jersey numbers for now, and then of course I'm going to get the 4th round rookies done hopefully by Sunday night. By the time Sunday night rolls around, hopefully all the rookies will be made. Like I said, I'm not going to be going over really any of the rookies or anything. I might just scroll through a little bit while I'm talking. The number one question I got was why are all the rookies they don't have abilities or dev traits? Because if you go to contract, right, I can't scroll down, I can't do anything, the contract's stuck like that. It lets me look at the contract info, but I cannot change anything about it. And if you try to go to abilities, as you guys can see, it skips over it, okay? I can go to attributes and I can change all the stuff in here, but I cannot go to abilities, which means I cannot change dev traits. I can't change dev traits for current NFL players. I cannot change them for any of the guys that I've retired, and I cannot change dev traits for any of the rookies I've created. You can't even give them a dev trait to begin with, so there's no way around that. Because I had a couple people saying, like, oh, why would I play with your roster? None of the rookies have dev traits. I can't add them. Nobody can add dev traits. I'm going to let you know that now. You cannot add dev traits. If you want to play with a dev trait or you're seeing somebody play with a new roster with a dev trait, the way they are doing that is because they're probably within franchise mode, so they are handing out dev traits once they get in there. So yes, once you download the roster, there's still going to be a little bit of work on your end where you're going to have to go through and assign dev traits as you want them to be. Now, of course, one thing I will say is with a lot of these guys, I'm trying to get them to the correct jersey numbers. Some players, for some reason this year, are being more and more, they're sharing jersey numbers. Now, a lot of the 1st round, 2nd round, and 3rd round guys aren't going to have that case happen to them. But there have been some free agents that have had new jersey numbers, and they're going to be sharing them. So there is that. Like I said, I am trying to get everybody their correct jersey numbers. Once they come out with the correct jersey number, once I use the sources that I use to find those jersey numbers, then I will go ahead and update them. But until then, I'm just going to give them a number that best looks like them, like their old jersey number from college, or just something that makes them look nice and pop out pretty nicely. Okay? So that's like the biggest fucking thing right now. For me, it's just getting jersey numbers done, and then of course getting the actual rookies done as well. The next thing I'm going to say, because some people don't want to listen for some reason, the player portraits are not to accurately show what the player looks like in real life. What they look like without a helmet. The player portraits and the player head scans that I pick out for each rookie It's supposed to accurately show, as best as possible, how they look with their helmet on in-game, right? How big their head is, how long their neck is, what they look like when you're looking through their face mask. That's what I'm trying to go for. If you don't like that, you don't have to use my roster. It's as simple as that. And then, of course, overalls. The big thing with my roster is overalls are not based upon how I like a player. It is based upon where they are drafted. Except for QB, punter, and kicker. Those have their own destined ratings. As you saw, Caleb Williams has a 75. So the first 6 quarterbacks that went off the board, they were 1 overall lower. And Spencer Rattler, since he went in, I think it's the 5th round, so we take off 3 overall from 69. I think I'll probably have him at about a 65, 66, somewhere in that nature, I think. Just based off of round differential and him being the 7th quarterback taken, he'll be about a 66 or 65, depending on where I'm putting him, in math and stuff that I can't think of off the top of my head. Like I've said before, all overalls are based upon when you are picked. So a guy like Mike Sainstrill from Michigan, he is a 71 because he's picked later. And then, of course, some of the more recent ones, we'll just stay with the Commanders since I know they have the lowest guy that's still on, Luke McCaffrey, 69 overall, because he is a 3rd-round pick. He is the end of the 3rd-round pick. He is a 69. I know that's not quite as high as Madden normally has 3rd-round picks, especially if you go into franchise mode and draft the top guy, number 1 through 100, but I'm doing it this way to create a more usable experience, right? And I don't want to be like, oh, I like this guy, so we're going to give him a 78 overall. It tries to make it as fair and unbiased as humanly possible. That is my goal right now, is to make a fair, unbiased roster. If you don't like it, you don't have to use it. I think plenty of people do like it based upon the downloads and all the support that I've seen on the YouTube page, my Twitter, and everything else. I very much do appreciate the support. You guys need to know that means the world to me. Thank you for supporting the roster. It means everything to me that you guys enjoy the product that I'm putting out. I think that covers most of the situations that I've seen so far in the comments and stuff like that. Yes, I'm going to try to get all 7 rounds done, and I'll even try to get some undrafted guys done, depending on creative player limits. If you do not know, last year I got to pick 206, and then I got a couple extra guys done that I was able to sneak through various different means, but then, it got shut down again, and I couldn't create any more players. Once again, it's just because of the roster size, the file size or something on Madden's end that does not allow me to create as many rookies as I possibly want. Okay? So, I will try to get through the 7th round. The 4th and the 5th round are my definite, I'm going to get through those as long as creative player limits don't come into effect. The 6th and 7th are kind of in a weird spot because it's still going to take a lot of time. You're talking about 4 to 5 hours a day, times 4 rounds. It's going to be a difficult process. It's going to be a long process. Give me time and I will try to get them done as best as possible. I'm not going to be too worried about the 6th and 7th round. I'm going to try to get them done, but let's be honest. Let's have a real question here, and I want everybody to answer me that if you hear this. Do you think you're going to be playing with a 66 overall backup corner that's going to be already, 6th or 7th on your depth chart, right? How many of you guys actually play with your practice squad legitimately, right? Because if you know Madden, they like to steal players off your practice squad, sign them, and then kick them down to their practice squad after a week, or even release them after that week. Okay? So trust me, I'm going to probably get the 6th and 7th rounds done if possible. I'm just saying it's not the biggest deal if I do or do not get them done, because the end of the 5th round is kind of where that overall drops quite a bit. I think it goes down to a 66 or 67 at that point. I know it'll be at least down to a 67 by that point. So, trust me, I'm going to try to get as much of it done as possible. You guys have to give me time. This is a one-man thing. This is something I do in my free time. I don't have a whole ton of time. Like, I have to go to work in 3 hours, so I'm going to try to get as much of the 4th round done as humanly possible. And hopefully when I get off work, I can finish it up and get a video out to you guys by Monday. This is just a little information video so that you guys can be well aware of what's going on inside the Madden roster. Like I said, go check it out, go download it, have fun, The first 3 rounds are done. These are the more impactful rookies. These are going to be the guys that start day one, or even are good backups or serviceable starters for years to come, right? These aren't, this isn't the 4th and 5th round where a lot of guys aren't going to make, or some guys aren't even going to make the team, right? If I missed any information that you guys want to know about, no matter what it is, I think I've covered most of the information. Leave your comment down below. I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. But like I said, I do this in my free time, so I'm not too worried about it. I appreciate the support you guys have shown me, and I'll be back with more videos like this in the future. But with that being said, I'm out. Peace.